Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com. Let us start with the project title of Cross-Domain Privacy Preserving Cooperative Firewall Optimization. This is the abstract of this paper of firewall which have been widely deployed on the internet for securing private networks. Generally, a firewall usually checks each incoming or outgoing packets to decide whether to accept or discard the packets based on its firewall policy. Whereas as compared in existing system, firewall policy contains only a confidential information and even potential security holes which can be exploited by the attackers. In proposed work, we implemented the first cross-domain privacy preserving cooperative firewall policy optimization protocol. These are the steps we implemented in this proposed work, starting with the capturing of network packets, and then we have to generate the firewall rules which is to be matched with this captured packets. Those rules violated packets will be considered as a violated one and will be gets discarded from the network. Others rules obeyed packets will be considered as a valid one and will be transferred to the next session. And then we have to extract those generated firewalls rules to validate and turn it out into an efficient one. To make it out into efficient rules, we just remove all inefficient and redundant rules and just tuned the firewall efficient rules so that it considered as a final firewall efficient rules. So those efficient rules will be shared among this cross domain. After this, we have to perform the rules driven user registration which obeys the firewall cross domain rules for secure file transmission. Now I will explain the demo of this project starting from its title page. We can go to the firewall home page. As a first step, we have to analyze the packet for applying this firewall constraints, how it is going to be react while applying the firewall rules. So as a training we have to do the steps. Now I just selected the packet dataset and the contents of that selected dataset is shown here. Now I have to start extracting the rules. Here we get the network packets. I just extract the firewall rules for packet filtration based upon the exchange and the prefix comparison and ternary comparison. Now I have to apply these rules to that source data set, and I have to apply the first rule based upon its packet size, that is should be above 700. So here I have extracted the packets above 700 size. So next rule has to be applied on the same source data set. So I have to apply the second rule based upon the source IP, that is it should be in the format of this one. So here I have extracted the rule based source IP packets. Now next rule has to be applied on the source data set. Now the third rule has to be applied, that is ternary based rules with the destination IP should be in the form of this. So here I have extracted the third rule based packets. Now I will again return to the home page and start validating its firewall rules and start its tuning to make it into a efficient one. So now I just loaded the firewall rules with has to decide by this rules whether to accept or deny the package with the following values it has. Now I will just update it in the DB and start pre-processing this firewall tools by just extracting these rules from the database. I will just insert into a table and start spooning of these rules. Okay, here I get the first rule based upon this packet size. Before tuning we get these rules, and we have to eliminate all inefficient rules which violates this rule, and again I will just get the tuned rules with the packet limit above 500 right here. So next these tuned rules will be followed with the port based rules. That is, here is the rule, that is the source and the destination ports should be the same. Now I will just extract the previously tuned rules. Here I get the different ports which violate this rules, that is source and the destination. Port numbers which gets differented here will be get removed from the firewall rules, and here I get the tuned efficient rules with the same port numbers. And now these tuned rules will be further applied on with the third IP based rules. That is, here the source IP should be in the format of this one. Here I have extracted the previously tuned IP rules. Here is the tuned source rules, and here I get the destination IP based rules here, and once again I get the tuned destination based rules, and these are the final efficient rules after the elimination of all inefficient rules. And finally we can get start over with the rules sharing among the cross domains. Here those constraints we have used with the rules tuning has to be stored in a text file. Now I have to enter the home IP. So these IP should be accepted with the IP based rules. Now these IP will be converted into a binary forms, and I will just validate whether it accept the generated rules. That is, once it get validated, I will send these IP to the business rules, so that I will start running with the business rule. Now I will just forward this generated IP right here. I will just get it, and now I have to send its rules, and I have to get it over here. Before that I have to again regenerate the IP from this binary bits, and I will receive those rules which is sent from the home network. After receiving it, once again I have to go back to this home page. Now I will register for a new registration. Now I have to enter a new name like Madan, and sex I can select it. Now I have to give his location and his zip code and his mail ID. Now his contact number has to be given, and these user details has to be saved. Now I have to start entering the system details through which the user is getting registered with. So these are the details I will get from the registering system. Now I will generate a user ID and a unique password like Madan and Madan. I will just generate. So this registration obeys the firewall rules. Now also these two passwords gets matched, and those system details gets updated in a DB. Now I have to once again return to its home page, and I will start registered users login. So name is Madan, and his system name is it is EGC PC. Here I have to enter his IP number, that is 192.168.1.28. Now I have to log in with its created password. Once it is get matched, it will show this authenticated user. So after this I have to start the secure file transaction. Now here from the business domain I will just click here send button to start sending a packet file, and I have to also run this file receiver form. So here I get this sender form and I get this receiver form. Now I have to enter a port number and the valid key. Now again here I have to use the same port numbers and I have to select the members. Now I can log in as a Madan and get his corresponding IP. Now I will just get the home network's IP here. So here I have to enter the same password which is gonna be sent from the receiver. Now the request has to be sent to here. Now I will just start choosing a file for the further transformation. So here I go, I will just selected a 1 KB file right here, and now the file is encrypted and it is ready to send. So after this I can start sending the file to the selected target, and the file gets received in the receiver side in the encrypted form, so that I can now decrypt and download in a D drive. So after this successful transaction, the transaction has to be accomplished successfully. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video. Now it has to be stored in a text file. Now I will just enter a IP address to send these constraints to the business networks. These IP should also obeys the firewall rules which is in the source format. So I have to just convert this IP into a binary one, and I will just validate with the home network IP. After a successful validation, I will just send this IP to a business network. Now run this business rule form to get those binary bits, and again regenerate into an IP address. Now again send this rules to receive it in a business network. Now again go to its home page. Now start with the new user registration. Now I will just enter a Fina, and I'll just enter this XX Street and its location is Chennai, and I'll just register all those personal informations right here. I have to enter this personal number and it will just save it in a database. Now I will just start entering the registering system details. I will just get all those system name, IP address, MAC address, OS name and its architecture name. I will just generate a user ID and will create a password like this, and I will just register. So this registration has to be obeyed with the firewall's IP based rules, that is right here. So once it gets matched, I'll just update it in a DB. Now again return to its home page. Now we have to login with the registered details. So here I have to enter the username and his system details which we get through it here. So use the same system name. So here just enter the registered IP address and his password. So it is validated as a authenticated user. Now after this I will start with the secure file transaction. Now here I have to choose my role in a business network, so I will just decide to send a file. So then run this file receiver form to show the secure transaction. So here I will just use this port number and I will select the member to which I am going to transfer the file. Now I will just my IP address. Here we get the registered members IP address. Here I get my system IP address, and here I will just enter a key. Now here I have to use the same port numbers and the same key for the verification or confidentiality. Now I have to send a request to the sender file. So now it is ready to encrypt the file. So I have to now choose a file. So the selected file has 1 KB file size, and the selected file is being encrypted, and it is now ready to send this to the receiver. Now I can send it further to the selected target. So after this I will just receive this pop-up message right the receiver side, that is file received in an encrypted form. Now you can just decrypt and download in a D drive. So that's it. So after this successful transaction, it will show this accomplished transaction message. So thank you for watching this video.